actions that are consciously controlled by the baby. In this video, we will review the root, suck, tonic neck, grasp, step, and Moro reflexes. Each of these play a role in a newborn's growth and development. The root reflex can be seen when one of the newborn's cheeks or corner of the mouth is gently touched or stroked. The baby's automatic response is to turn their head toward the touch and open the mouth. The baby appears to be searching for something with their mouth or rooting. Since babies are very nearsighted at birth, this reflex helps them find their food source, whether it be mother's breast or the nipple of a bottle. The suck reflex is triggered when the roof of the baby's mouth is touched. The touch can come from mother's breast, a bottle nipple, pacifier, and even their own hand. The sucking is baby's instinctive skill to feed himself. It is important to note here that the suck reflex isn't fully developed in the womb until about the 36th week of pregnancy, which is why preterm infants or preemies can oftentimes have a weak suck and difficulty feeding. There are other factors that can affect a newborn's ability to suck, such as tongue tie, cleft lip or cleft palate, and even infection. Tonic neck reflex is sometimes called the fencing position because the baby's upper body seems to move into a pose or stance seen in the sport of fencing. When baby's head is turned to one side, the arm on that side stretches out and the opposite arm comes up to form an L shape. These descriptions make it seem like the tonic neck reflex will be a dramatic pose, but it's often a very subtle response. Don't worry if you do not notice this reflex in your baby. It may be produced better while an infant is resting, but even then it can be difficult to see. This reflex is just a protective factor for newborns, so there's no need to disturb them while they rest. The grasp reflex is much easier to see. When an object such as a finger, rattle, or blanket touches the palm of a newborn's hand, it's his innate response to wrap the fingers tightly around the object. This is the palmar grasp. You can even lay your fingers across the ball of the baby's foot and see the toes curl tight. This is called the plantar grasp. The step, or walking reflex, is thought to develop muscles for walking later in life. This reflex is prompted by holding the baby upright under the arms while supporting the neck. When you hold the baby in this position and bring their dangling feet to a flat surface, their natural response is to alternate lifting up each foot in a stepping fashion. It looks like the baby is walking or dancing. The Moro reflex is also known as the startle reflex because it's caused by just that. When a newborn is startled by a loud sound or sudden movement, they immediately jerk their arms and legs outward and then bring them back towards the center of the body. Depending on what position they're in, the newborn's head can even extend backward during this response. Babies can even activate this reflex when they get startled by their own cry. This is a safety mechanism for the baby to protect himself from harm. In addition to growth and development, these reflexes play a key role in the newborn's safety. For example, the Moro reflex allows babies to wake easily in order to retrieve oxygen, nutrients, and food. The tonic neck reflex protects the newborn's small, fragile airways from being covered by outside objects. The root and suck reflexes help baby get to the breast for bonding and